This week we share with you all the little things that happen in travel, the daily routine, the good stuff, the hiking and the bad. Spoiler, we've been robbed! We are Nick and Mathilde, and in 2022 we left everything behind to travel the world with our Land Rover Defender.
Europe, the Americas, Australia, Asia and Africa. We want to see it all.
This is day 583 and we are heading into Argentina.
Welcome to the next Meridian expedition. We're back at the border almost with Argentina, so we're about to get into Argentina. And we just came by the last town called Chiloé, and it's a very cute town, all surrounded by mountains with snow and lakes. I'm actually looking for Mathilde. I've lost her. She went that way and I went this way, and we said we'll just get lost through the town and find each other, and now we can't find each other. But she must be around. Ah, there she is. Boop. Nice. So you got a bit of mayo.
I'm doing like them.
And ketchup.
Yeah, I'm not convinced about the mix, but...
Is that avocado, tomatoes? What else is in the hot dog?
There's a sausage, I think.
A sausage? Nice.
It's called a completo. Complete.
Let's see here. This one right there, 2000 is €2. Is it? Cool. Mine's coming soon.
We finish our first Chilean completo at light speed while discussing of the plan for the following week.
We like it so much, the completo, that we're actually going back now and we're going to buy one more split in half. Right?
Yeah, we should normalize avocado in hot dogs.
Seriously, really good.
And while Nick went to get another completo, let me tell you what's going to happen next. This week, we're going to cross the border with Argentina again, enter Argentina again, and the plan is to drive to Bariloche because this is our starting point to go to Antarctica. And we decided it would be the occasion to share with you some of the little things that happen in travel. Just the everyday life in the world, the good and the bad. Something that became pretty much routine for us is crossing borders. Luckily, on the Pan American, it's always pretty easy.
Crossing into Argentina for the third time. We're pretty good with the process now, so we have everything ready, and it took 10 minutes. Bam!
At the entry of the Argentinian aduanas, the Argentinian border, you have a mate and the water tank for the hot water. This is typical Argentina. I hope I can show you one day how it works, but you see that everywhere. So seeing it at the border office like this is such a cliché. Entry into Argentina took us another 10 minutes and that was it. Yes, it is that easy. Into Argentina! Now we drive into this beautiful valley in search for a nice camp spot.
I ain't never felt the kind of love like this before. You took all the worries from my mind. Darling, please forgive me if I stare a little more. I can't look away from those brown eyes. And if we settle down, we don't have to settle down. Please don't be afraid of all the things that could go wrong. We can take our time and we may change.
Good evening. Alright, we just arrived at our camp spot. We crossed into Argentina and there was no wild spots so close to the border. Everything was private lands, all fenced off. And we did not want to drive further, so we found this camp spot in Argentina and the prices are very good. It is €6 for the both of us for all included, showers, Wi-Fi and terrain. I was thinking maybe I could show really quickly how, what we do when we set up camp. First thing is we kind of divide the jobs. So one of us spends about 5 minutes just cleaning albatross. Now when it comes to the rear parts, we usually put everything to charge in here. That's where we have the electrical compartment, and we pull out the curtain and this cover so that nobody can look into the car. And we push up the pop top just like that. Usually we open the 2 vents up there just so that it kind of airs out. Pull out the Starlink, which is up there. Here we have the trash, dirty clothes, and a few outdoor equipment. Pull out that little carpet so it's easier to get in. Shoes off in the car. That's it. Usually we go to sleep, I think, around 11. We try to, so that we can wake up at 7 in the morning. Since we've been in Argentina and Chile, it's been hard to wake up earlier. We usually wake up around 8, sometimes 9, which is fine, but we would love to get back to a good rhythm of sleeping at 11 and waking up at 7. And I'm sure it'll come, but yeah. Alright, that's it from me. Our friend Tom is not with us right now, but it's time to go try fishing again.
While Nick tries to catch fishes, I'm trying to fix 2 spam emails in my mailbox. Nowadays, when you travel, you want to buy a ferry ticket, you want to buy a permit to go in a national park, you need to create accounts online for all those things. And when you create that, your name, address, phone number, social security number, date of birth, all of those things end up online, sold to data brokers who then in turn sell again your data. The bad news, there's hundreds of data brokers around and you just cannot follow up on your own. The good news is that legally you're allowed to go see every single of those data brokers and request for the deletion of your information. And contrary to Nick trying to catch fish, we don't have to do this fight alone. A few weeks ago, we've been contacted by the company Incogni. They explained that their mandate is to reach out to data brokers on behalf of you to request the deletion of this information and then do the entire following time. So we asked to test the product. And now it's been a month, so it's time to do a review. Nick and I noticed a huge decrease in spam email. We went from 10 to 12 spam email per day to 2 to 3. There is no doubt that there's been a change in 1 month already. What I like as well is that the platform is super transparent. Let me show you. How many data broker has been contacted? How many have been completed? How many data broker actually said they will never sell your data again? And how many are still in progress? But these numbers change every day. If like us, you're done being drowned in spams in your mailbox and ghost phone calls on your phone, you can always check out for Incogni. We have a promo code, it's NMEXP, and you can apply it using the link that I put in the description box. With that, you get an exclusive 60% off an annual subscription. Now let's hope Nick has as much luck with the fishing than we have with the spam emails. I spare you the details, but that morning we fished nothing again. Now that we're all set on the IT side, let's go back to the mechanics.
Wanted to check that everything was good, so making sure that the steering box fluids are good. Over there, the clutch fluids, air filter, engine oil, and over there the coolant. The idea is that everything should be perfect before we go to Antarctica, so that when we come back the car is ready to go. What I'm looking at is the level of the leak of the fluid, and you can see those are the levelers, and I'm really at the bottom, so I'm going to have to refill this. We do have these awesome boxes from our friend George from Belgium, who built these for us and who now sells them. And in here I put everything in plastic bags because all these oils, they leak. And here, yes, that's the right one, we have the steering fluid for the Albatross. So we'll put a little bit of this.
every time we cross the border to Argentina, there's something special. We're like, we love Argentina so much. It's hard to pinpoint, maybe because it was so rainy in Chile, but there's something about the architecture, the nature that we love.
Yeah, honestly, I think Argentina is the first country where we really can say, yes, we would live here 100%. And on top of it, why we prefer this side of Argentina here in the Great Lakes area is because super green, you're at 400 meters altitude, the temperature is perfect, you've got mountains all around you, green fields, a lot of rivers, fishing, animals. There's so much happening around here. And on top of it, the food is good, the people are nice. I mean, everything about it, honestly, seems amazing. And they have cute little chalet buildings, so wooden style. We love it.
A big topic when talking about everyday life on the road traveling is the rhythm of a journey. Each traveler has its own. Some are slower, some are faster. We almost never sleep twice on the same spot, which means we drive every day. On this day, on our way back to Bariloche, we explored the national park of Los Alerces, a superb territory of wild and untouched forests and lakes. It was created to protect the Alerces or Fitzroy trees of the region. A gem.
Today we are in Parque Nacional Los Alerces. It is an incredibly nice park and we're going to do a hike.
La Quebrada del León, the Valley of the Lion?
Yeah, something like that.
With no rain!
Woohoo! It's only 800 meters, right? Oh, 1 kilometer, okay, one way. It says an hour and a half, which
On the map.
I think in 30 minutes we'll be back already.
And indeed, not long after.
Okay, I guess we've arrived. The end of the hike. Nice!
It took us 15 minutes.
Wow. So an hour and a half to go up and down, 15 to go up, 10 to go down.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool, this is nice, huh?
Yes. Where to next?
Let's go find a camp spot. Let's go find a sweet spot in the sun with a lake, view on the snow mountains. You're driving.
That sounds like a plan.
Nice.
River crossing! This is gorgeous.
Wow.
And the snow on the mountains makes it like even better.
Honestly, National Park Los Alerces in Argentina, Great Lake region, incredible. This is the place where Mathilde and I would love to live one day, maybe.
You know how like all those rich people buy huge chunk of Patagonia? Maybe we need to be rich and do that.
Nice.
National Park Los Alerces recommended for sure. We exit the park to find a place to camp and enjoyed the most beautiful end of day lighting for some drone shots.
Beneath the shadows of this quiet town, I see you there, your feathers on the ground. Your eyes are heavy with the weight of the world. What's in a life you never could offer? Even if you never flown before, you can take a chance and try once more. Don't let your worries weigh you down, down, down. You can still take flight, although you're earthbound.
You know what's crazy about Argentina? Is that so many of the camp spots are free as well, with tons of services. It's insane. So here we have free bathroom, we don't have free showers, but we have free bathrooms, free water, great tables set up with barbecues, and right next to a river. Albatross looking so cute all the way over there. And if you can see, Mathilde is sitting on the driver's seat because she's trying to finish up a YouTube video. And it's a lot of work Mathilde is putting in. Honestly, she's trying to get them all out before Antarctica. And so, she's working hard.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Allez, this morning we show you all of the morning routine in the Albatross. And as usual, Nick is up before me.
All right.
How is it outside?
Warmer than inside.
No. Nick knows that he only needs to say that, so I get out of bed. First step, go down. Second step, fold bed. I take the things out and then Nick shakes them off so that we keep the car clean. Now we push the bed, everything is folded up like this, and with that we have access to the sink, to our clothes, so we have lots of space to do everything we need for the morning. And this is the bathroom compartment. My side, completely full, general side, a bit of everything, and Nicholas' side, empty. Boom! And that's the view on the garden in the morning. Pretty cool, huh? We pack up everything and take the road. It is our last day before reaching Bariloche. And a good example that on the road not everything goes as planned. Everything was going well. We completed another 2 hours drive north and arrived in the cute town of El Bolson on a market day under the sun.
So when we were traveling the Lagunas route with our friends, our cutting board went missing. So now we got a nice one.
We asked around for the best empanadas place and found this amazing homemade family-owned empanada place. And there we stopped filming. We actually noticed a lot of different weird stuff from yesterday, but we had not necessarily talked to each other, and then we pieced everything together when we realized some cash was missing in the car. You remember the previous day? We were visiting the national park, and at some point we stopped to picnic next to the lake, and we left the car 300 meters away. When we came back, we didn't notice any intrusion. Until the following day, as we were about to pay for our empanadas.
And when we came back, a lot of things were weird. A lot of things. And we were like, oh, could have just been us. But no, it's not us. And so now we know. We got our first theft in a year and a half in Argentina. And this is the region where everybody knows there's a lot of thieves. And so there we go. So we lost $100 and that's it.
And somehow we were lucky because this $100 was the only cash accessible in the car, and they were only out for cash because there was a camera lens, there was a GoPro. That was about it. There were credit cards, but they didn't take any of that. They really just took the cash.
How we know it's the thieves, we've been looking around at all the clues. We have a clue right here of a line out of dust. There's no dust there. And there's dust the whole way. This central mirror was on the side, this phone carrier was down, and this curtain was down, it had dropped. So, and then this pouch here was not at the right place, and Mathilde's jacket was half inside the spare parts box, which is just weird. Look, and they didn't break a window or anything else, but it's definitely, so for us it's okay, it's more like a joke now. We're kind of like, hilarious. But the upsetting side is not the stealing, is more the people can get into albatross very easily just by putting in a metal stick. And secondly, we need to get the alarm back on so that we really scare them, but a loud one.
If you need an investigator duo for any of your problem, you have us.
Yeah, exactly. Boom.
Damn.
Crazy.
Somehow, this is life, right? We are already so amazed that it is the first time that happened to us in 18 months of travel.
And this is how we usually find campsites. As soon as we see some off-road on our off-road map system, and it looks kind of next to a river or kind of bushy or whatnot, we check it out, and most times it works out. This is our spot for tonight. And always park in the direction of the exit. I mean, facing the direction of the exit. So if anything happens, jump into the driver's seat and go. Our day away from Bariloche, ready for Antarctica. Extremely ready and excited. We've been asked if we're not tired of traveling daily and doing what we're doing on a daily basis, and honestly, not at all. We actually are loving it. We got so used to driving, hiking, visiting, meeting people, doing all the routines of an expedition like ours. Of course, it doesn't mean that we want to do this as a lifestyle, and it will for now be an expedition where it's all 7 continents, and that's the idea, and to try and finish it in 3+ years. But no, we're loving it. It's so much fun.
And it became so much routine, and it became so natural to us that we've also received comments of people saying, hey, we would like to see more of your daily life on the road, not only the crazy landscapes or the crazy adventure, but also a bit of the day-to-day, you know, like the cooking, the opening the car, where do we shower, what kind of maintenance we do on the car. And we noticed with Nick that we actually stopped doing that. We were doing it at the beginning because everything was new, and now after a year and a half we kind of stopped. So we were happy to do this little episode of all the little things that happen on the road, and we hope to kind of sprinkle a bit more in the future episodes. Now let's go use this gas cooker to cook our pasta.
Okay, let's go.
That is it for this week on the road and all the little things that happen when we travel. Next week we get ready for Antarctica and there is a lot to do. Thank you for watching and see you next week as we head to Ushuaia! And as part of all the little things we do on the road, there's always something broken and usually Nick repairs. What's happening now?
The seal of the fuel pump is broken.
Why are you laughing?
It's funny how a day before we go to Antarctica it decides to break, so...
It's because the gods of luck said that you are not busy enough.
Yeah, that's what it is.